Alright guys, I'm going to do a quick review of this incubator. I had several people asking, and I know when I went to buy it, I couldn't find like an actual review. I found people who had gotten it for free and were like going over it then, but I don't know, I guess maybe I just don't really feel like there's really honest reviews. I paid for this one, so this is an actual review from, you know, a real person who bought it. You can find them on Amazon and Temu. You have to excuse my video skills here, I'm not the best at this. And they're super cheap. I think I paid like 80 bucks after a coupon I had from Temu because it was a little bit cheaper than Amazon. There's like 100 different like manufacturers, I guess, of it, but they are all basically the exact same incubator. It comes, the bottom's solid, and it's just a plastic piece, and it sits down in the foam to keep it regulated better. And then the top piece, you actually have to kind of screw it together with these. And then this is where all your like temperature control and all that stuff is. So these are for the egg turners, and you have to connect it to the top. There's one here. So I'm gonna do this one-handed. And then you have one on the bottom here that connects to the, actually this is the bottom one, the top one is right down here. It's really aggravating, I found, when you go to candle your eggs, because you have to set this whole top piece down, and you have to unhook this and then not break your eggs to get to the bottom. So that's pretty aggravating. It has a very nice alarm on it when your temperature gets out of range, and also does it whenever it gets too hot. So I'm gonna unplug it so I don't do that. And in order to set the temperature, a very nice lady came to pick up some chicks, and she showed me how to do it. Let me see if it'll be better. So I'll show you first. This is just like if you have a nurturite, it's the same thing. To reset the incubator, you hit the plus and the minus, and that'll reset it to factory settings, your hatching days. This one counts up. Like the nurturite counts down, so you know that's fun to keep up with, but this one counts up, so you're on day one. The temperature, in order to change it, I could not figure that out, but a lady showed me how to do it. So you have to hit the mode, you hold it, and you see the light came on the chicken. You hit it again, you hit it again, you hit it again, and one more time, and then you should be able to see the temperature. You should be able to, there we go, set your temperature there, and then you hit reset, and there you go, you've raised your temperature. I wish I had known that, because what I found with this incubator was that the bottom stays cooler than the top. It actually held temperature very well. I have several digital thermometers I put all throughout it. It didn't do bad, but the bottom consistently ran a degree lower, so I think I will raise this by about half a degree for the top, and then maybe try to get that regulated a little bit. My biggest issue was the humidity. I dry hatch, so on the last day I added the water, and I just manually did it since I had the incubator open. But it also has these little, I don't know, little thing over here. This one's got a cap on it, it's got another one, and you hook this little guy to it. And I manually just poured water in it and just kind of did that. I think you can put a bottle on top of that, and it just kind of supposedly keeps it regulated on its own. But I just, you know, manually added water on lockdown. But the bottom, I don't know why I did it, but I took the thermometers out. But I believe that the bottom humidity was much higher than what it was reading up here on the top. My hatch rate on the top was well over 90%. Very happy with that. But the bottom was probably below 70%, so significantly worse. And I think that when I opened the eggs, it looked like they had gotten too wet and drowned. So I think that the humidity was too high down there, while up here it was having trouble being high enough. So I'm gonna try to figure that out. Overall, for the price, like I think after my coupon it was $80. Definitely not complaining about it. Very much worth it. I'm going to unplug this and show you a couple other things. Sorry for the camera being all over the place. I'm one-handed. Cleaning it was actually a lot easier than the Nurturite. The only trouble I had was in here. I tried to get it as best I could. I'm going to blow it out one more time probably. I've disinfected it and it should be ready to go again. Your egg turners are these guys. I found that for this one, I was not able to, these go on the bottom, but I couldn't put these in the bottom with these because this kind of bows up a little, and it would like push this up so that the turner wouldn't hit this little yellow piece that spins it. So I just put those in there on lockdown and that worked out perfectly. So anyway, you put your turners in. The bottom I already put a couple in, but you know, it goes all the way across, and the eggs will roll off eventually, kind of aggravating, and I push them back every day. I found that if you point them pointing in toward each other, like when you load it, they didn't roll off as bad. I was worried about it not spinning the eggs, but I did mark all my eggs and it did in fact spin them, so that was a good thing. Overall, I think I've been through everything. Overall, very tickled with the incubator for the price I paid. Would buy it again. Just working out some, you know, little tweaks here and there, and I'm gonna try it again and see if I can get my hatch rate for the bottom up a little bit. So there you go. That's what I think about it, and I'll list some of the name brands and stuff in my listing so y'all can know like exactly which one it is. But it's the large capacity 120 egg cheap incubator.